It keeps going, yeah, you're going to catch up with me.
Wait, I can't see. Any light. It's slippery.
Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're in and around Tenby, exploring a couple of caves before heading over to a Neolithic Cromlech named the King's Quoit.
Hey, nice.
We heard that some of the artefacts found in the caves were housed at Tenby Museum, so we thought we'd nip in there first.
That's a nice location for a museum. Got a bit of a whingy boy today because he thinks it's a Zeb walk. It's our walk! And sadly the museum's closed.
So to make the most of our 30-minute parking space, we head up towards Castle Hill, overlooking Castle Beach and Innis Catrin, St Catherine's Island. The history of the town dates back to medieval times, with records indicating its establishment as a fortified town during the 13th century. In the 19th century, Tenby experienced a huge surge in popularity as a seaside resort town. It's during this period when many of the town's iconic Victorian buildings, guest houses and hotels were constructed, contributing to this seaside town's postcard-perfect aesthetic. Although there's been some modernisation, a traditional trip to Tenby hasn't changed that much in the last 200 years, and it's still an incredibly popular tourist destination. Today, we thought we'd take a step further back into history. The earliest traces of human activity found in Wales belong to the period known as the Paleolithic or Old Stone Age. In a cave at Pont Newydd, Denbighshire, human remains have been found and dated to around 230,000 years ago. This is during the later stages of the Pleistocene epoch, when most of the northern hemisphere was covered in ice. It's thought that the Paleolithic man would follow game over great distances, and may have used caves and rock shelters as temporary settlement. The type of game would certainly vary, and cave excavations have produced remains of wolf, bear and deer, to lion, rhinoceros and mammoth. Overlooking the Rytech Valley at Penally are two caves, Hoyle's Mouth and Little Hoyle, also known as the Longbury Bank Cave. Since the 1800s, these caves have been of great interest to antiquarians and archaeologists, and have yielded artefacts dating to the Paleolithic period. Needless to say, we were eager to get to them and soak in that strange, eerie energy that caves provide. First, we visited Little Hoyle, just off the path leading to Trevloyn Manor and Golf Course. It's marked on OS maps and easy to find, with steps cut into the muddy bank. But it's on private land, so gaining permission is recommended. Little Hoyle Cave
Oh, did you find it?
is a small, complex cave set within the limestone ridge known as Longbury Bank.
Oh, Zeb's in.
Excavations have taken place here since the mid-1800s, continuing in the 1950s, 60s and 80s. Surviving artefacts from the excavations are sadly rare. However, the ones that are known have been dated to the Paleolithic, the Neolithic and also the Bronze Age, as well as early medieval material.
Oh, it's giving me creepy feeling.
The cave was first explored officially in 1866 by the Reverend H.H. Winwood, whose finds comprised bones of bows, a wild ancestor of domestic cattle, goat, badger and dog, and shells of oyster, limpet and mussel. In addition, he found a few human bones, 2 flint flakes, and some red-grained pottery, which were considered to be of the Roman age. The important early medieval assemblage, including ceramics and glass, indicate an important settlement extending along the ridge of Longbury Bank. We then headed over to Hoyle's Mouth, which turned out to be our favourite site today.
He's got his torch ready.
The path was slightly difficult to find, with some trees having fallen.
Apparently, it's just next to a lay-by.
They've been cut but not moved, so hopefully this is just a temporary obstruction.
I'll let you go to the front though, I can't see. Mind you, there just looks like trees in the way here. I don't see any cave.
It was well worth the visit though. The passage we explored runs about 40 metres into the hill. We don't often venture into caves, and nerves got the better of us on our first attempt.
Dodgy path.
But we got some fun footage from all the way in.
Oh my god, I'm stuck.
Here we go. I hope you enjoy watching us get scared.
Ooh, it's creepy!
Situated in sloping woodland and overlooking the valley, the mouth of the cave is about 3 metres wide, 4 metres tall, and leads into a main cavern, where a narrow tunnel leads you further into the limestone.
Ooh. Where are you going?
Dun 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 dun. Beautiful spot for a cave. If it wasn't for the fallen trees, it would have been quite a nice path up, to be fair. Right, let's see how far we can go, being people that are fairly nervous of caves. This cave is thought to have been occupied by humans on 2 separate occasions during the Paleolithic period, at about 30,000 and 10,000 BC.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Some 200 stone tools and waste flakes have been found in this cave.
Oh, wow, okay, so...
Oh, it's really long.
Technically I can still stand up here, but that looks like crouching. And bones reported from excavations include reindeer, mammoth, woolly rhinoceros, hyena, Arctic hare, fox, bear and lemming.
Sorry if it's a terrible angle on the...
Wait. Oh, I'm scared. I'm going way over in the dark. I don't know about this. We left our bags out there.
Yeah. Wow. She keeps on going.
An open-air flint knapping site on the hill above the cave may also have been used in Paleolithic times.
Wait there, look over now, here's what we picture. Okay, you keeping going?
It keeps going, yeah, you're going to catch up with me.
I'm slip and die. Wait, I can't see. Need your light. It's slippery. It's really warm. Doesn't go any further.
There's a creepy bit off down to the side, and then... So it gets a bit weird here. Yeah, it goes further.
You're going too far without me, I can't see. And there's such light in my face.
There's a bat.
I don't like it, I need to go out. I don't want a bat in my face.
So, on the first go, I think we were defeated by the cave there. We're going to give it another attempt in a minute. Gonna have a little drink. Dutch courage.
And ready to go in.
So, let's go see how deep this cave goes.
So, wait there.
The artefacts from Hoyle's Mouth Cave are now widely scattered, housed in museums across Britain. A few are in Tenby Museum, which was sadly closed, as we mentioned earlier.
It's still standing room.
Another recent excavation at Hoyle's Mouth was carried out in 1968, which resulted in further finds of flint and human bones.
And then it's crouching room.
God, I kind of wanted the hood on because of the drips. But... Between 1984 and 1990, the National Museum of Wales undertook excavations of both Hoyle's Mouth and Little Hoyle's Caves.
That's where the bat was. We'll try not to disturb him too much.
Artefacts of both early Upper Paleolithic and later Upper Paleolithic age were uncovered, as well as a later Mesolithic site and some early Christian finds.
Oh, it just keeps going.
And he's gone into the darkness.
The floor is all actual cavey. There's a few little half pieces. Okay, so that's quite tight.
These caves are of national importance for their potential to enhance our knowledge of prehistoric settlement, ritual and funerary practices. And of course we had to look to see if there were any legends of these caves.
Yeah, you have to really crawl through that bit. Oh my god, it keeps going. Oh wow. So, if you're someone that regularly goes in caves, I'm sure this is nothing, but for someone that's only messed around in beach caves as a teenager, this is pretty impressive. Does it really keep going? Oh my gosh, yes it does. Is that it?
There was a story reprinted in the parish magazine from 1941, and it goes like this. An elephant died at Tenby, and its burying place was known to one of the Tenby fishermen, whom we'll call John for short. Eventually, John decided to visit the elephant's grave,
The air is getting quite...
dig up a few of the bones and carry them to Hoyle's mouth to bury them there. And keeping one of the bones, he then paid a visit to Mr. Smith of Gumfreston. The old rector was filled with astonishment. He immediately decided to start digging again, and here of course was the point of John's scheming. He showed his gratitude by giving him a job as a digger. They gradually found the bones, carefully distributed over the cave by John, so that the job might not end too soon.
Oh, some old graffiti.
Whether this means that some of the missing mammoth bones that were recorded were actually elephant bones, potentially we will never know.
Is this a sign that we're near the end then? Oh, okay. Oh, very narrow gap. I'm not going in there. I'm going to have a little look. No, that's too small for my chest. I could potentially get through there. So this is standing room again. If I push the camera around, I'm fully stood up, and we've got, oh god, here we go. So this is the roof that you stood in, veined and beautiful. I'll just switch this back.
In the book Tenby, A Seaside Holiday, written by Philip Henry Goss in 1856, he tells of a legend associated with the cave. The people talk a good deal of a curious cavern called Hoyle's Mouth, about which they have some strange notions.
Right, go back and see if this video gives Coral the confidence to come in.
It opens at the end of a long limestone hill or range of hills, about a mile inland. The popular legend is that it is the termination of a natural subterranean which communicates with the great cave called the Hogan under Pembroke Castle, some 8 miles distant.
These low bits. Not a fan of.
It was once traversed, they say, by a dog,
God, it looks so small.
which entering at one end, emerged from the other with all of his hair rubbed off.
It is quite small. My whole body's rubbing against all the sides. But I am 5'11", so quite average height.
A gentleman is said to have penetrated to a considerable distance and found fine rooms, but the vulgar are very adverse to exploring even its mouth.
Hello.
Actually, slightly proud of myself, made it all the way to the end.
That was weird because I could just hear weird noises coming, like rumbles. How was that?
That's really cool. There was 2 points where I was like, oh, it carries on, I don't know if I'm going to go. And then I had a little break. I was like, okay, go on then. But yeah, loads of graffiti at the end.
Oh, really?
Carved, yeah.
Yeah. What, new?
Varying.
Yeah, clearly some trees fell. They've had to come and sort it out, I think. And it said, watch yourself.
Our final destination of the day takes us about 5 miles west of Tenby. The King's Quoit, a neolithic cromlech overlooking the beautiful Manorbier beach. As you walk across the sand towards the coastal path and up the cliffs, you can look inland towards the village and see Manorbier Castle, founded in the late 11th century by the Anglo-Norman de Bar family. In 1146, the 4th and youngest son of de Bar, Gerald of Wales, priest and historian, was born here. He wrote of his birthplace, "In all the broad lands of Wales, Manorbier is the most pleasant place by far." As you walk around the cliffs, you can start to see the capstone of the King's Quoit poking out. Looking out across the bay is its massive slab of maroon sandstone, raised upon 2 small uprights. The Reverend Gilbert Smith, rector of Gumfreston in 1849, wrote, "This memorial of a distant era had 3 supporters, from one of which it has slipped, and now inclines to the south. The supported stone itself is about 19 feet long and 16 feet broad. This type of dolmen is classified as an earth-fast chambered monument and is thought to have likely never been covered with a mound. Cummings and Whittle, 2004, in Places of Special Virtue, points out that restricted visibility due to a local high horizon is a common feature among this group type of monument. As you gaze out from this cromlech, you have behind you some fat stones blocking the rear view. The authors compare these restricted view Western megalithic constructions with other type of monument of comparable age elsewhere in the UK, such as henges, which usually have a more or less unrestricted view all around, and suggest that selecting a location which created a strongly one-directional outlook was deliberate and possibly meaningful. In 1865, antiquarian H.L.J. wrote, "The singular beauty and romantic wildness of the little bay of Manorbier is another distinguishing accidental of this cromlech. While not far above it, in the hill opens one of those yawning chasms going right down through the vertical strata to the sea beneath, which are some of the most remarkable features of the district." We had a lot of fun on this day out, and if you enjoyed seeing the sights in this video, please subscribe to our channel for many more videos like it.
Oh, hello.
So, what a lovely day.
What a beautiful spot.
Can't fault it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't really explored Tenby much before, but...
Well, whenever we've come, it's been that classic of way too busy, and you're like, oh, get me out of here.
Oh. Just try and walk and talk.
But yeah, Tenby, when it is busy, is ridiculously busy. It's, you know...
blocking you out. Oh yeah, in summer, really busy in Tenby, which is why we don't really bother coming down here much. But
so it's pretty much been a write-off. And then most of the times when it's a beautiful day, it still gets quite busy, but it's just into March, sort of still quite wintering though. It's amazing to get this weather and this location.
yeah, it's not very cold.
And not that many people around. I say that, there's like 8 people in the shop right now.
Quite a few people. Oh my god! Zeb! Breathe! Oh my god!
Where are you taking me, Zeb? Yeah, I'm just following Zeb at this point, so that's probably not the best idea. Come on, boy.